Hey, what's going on, you guys? Major Dragon here, and real quick before the video starts, I want to let you guys know about some big news. As you guys might have seen from the short or the Discord, I have now released new merchandise on my brand new store. It's a big achievement that I'm really proud of, so if you guys want to go check it out down below, it's really awesome. Make sure to click the link in the description down below to go check out the store, maybe buy some merchandise, and also be prepared for December, as I'm also planning on releasing some Christmas merch, which will be limited edition, but we'll talk more about that later on when we get closer to it. And thank you all so much for the support, I really do appreciate it. So let's get into the video. Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. What is going on, you guys? Major Dragon here, and real quick before the video starts, I want to thank you guys so much for 15,000 subscribers. I'm glad we were able to break this before the end of the year. It really means a lot to me. You guys are the best, so I hope you guys enjoy this new series. In this What If, we will go over what if Goku was a Saiyan God. Now, I have done stuff similar to this. What if he was Yamoshi's descendant? Or what if he was born in Super Saiyan God, but he's a Saiyan God? Now, what I mean by this is Son Goku was born as a full god. Imagine the likes of Yamoshi being a Super Saiyan God being born. Now, Son Goku here is not a Super Saiyan God in his child state. He is in his normal base form, but he does possess God Ki automatically from the start, and he has incredible potential. He's similar to the likes of Goku Black, who's a divine being in a Saiyan body. But Goku here is a full god. He is not a half mortal, he's a full god. This will greatly change a lot of the Dragon Ball story, as Goku is greatly different here. So anyway, let's get into what would happen if Goku was born a Saiyan God. Most of the events for the start would happen the exact same, with Bardock still sacrificing his life to fight Frieza, but the Saiyan race was completely obliterated. Son Goku would have still been sent off, as Bardock and Gine would have either way in the new retcon. They would have sent him off on the ship and sent him to Earth. In the original version, they would have still scanned his power level, but it would have shown up 0, so they still would have sent him to Earth either way. Goku would have still met Grandpa Gohan, and Goku still would have hit his head the same as before, becoming the carefree and happy child that he was. Sadly, as the years would pass, he would transform into a great ape and kill Grandpa Gohan. Then he would meet Bulma. This version of Goku is a lot more powerful than his original self. As you guys remember, he has God Ki naturally, so this natural God Ki boosts his power even more. So instead of having a power level of 10 like the original, he has a power level of over 100. He would have easily defeated Yamcha alongside with the Pilaf gang the same as before, and most of the events for Dragon Ball would have gone similarly, with them still going through training with Master Roshi, to then Goku, of course, fighting the tournament against Tien and then Roshi. He would have still met Demon King Piccolo the same as before, as he would have still been released. But we're going to back up to especially when Goku would lose against Demon King Piccolo. Now hold on, hear me out. Goku, at this point at the start of Dragon Ball, would have had a power level of 100. By the time he would have fought Demon King Piccolo, this version of Goku would have probably been the similar power level of around 260. But he was still gravely injured, but he cannot control his power very well, as he's still struggling to harness the power of his god energy. But Son Goku, after defeating Demon King Piccolo, he would have beaten him to the inch of his life, as Demon King Piccolo would have still spawned Piccolo Jr., and he would have passed away from his wounds. Goku was still injured as before. He would have done training with Korin and Kami afterwards, as Kami was interested in Goku, as he can sense that the young boy has divine energy. He can feel it. Goku would still continue his training with Korin the same as before, and he would drink the Ultra Divine Water. He would still train under Popo and Kami would start to figure out Goku's divine powers and figure out that this is not a mortal boy, that this young man possesses God Ki. He would still send Goku, the same as before, over, and Goku trained the Hyperbolic Time Chamber for about a month before he couldn't handle it. But now Kami's running out of options here, as he trained Goku the best that he could. He does know of beings in the other world who could help, but he thinks this boy's not ready yet. So as the 3 to 4 years would pass, Son Goku would still meet his best friends the same as before at the new tournament. This is the legendary Piccolo Jr. arc, where Goku, of course, looks about the exact same. He would have still met Chi-Chi the same as before, and they still would have met and gotten together, but we'll talk about this later. Goku here has gotten far more powerful than his original self, clarifying that this version of Goku has been trained by Kami and Korin for over 3 years. His potential is much higher than his original self. Son Goku in the original had a power level of around 316 to 330 when he fought Piccolo Jr. This version of Goku has a power level of over 2000. He's far more powerful than his original self, so when he would fight Tien, and of course Chi-Chi was a one-shot either way, he would have easily defeated Tien, not even needing to take off weighted clothing. The same thing goes for Piccolo Jr. Piccolo Jr. would not have a chance against this version of Goku, as this version of Goku was just far too powerful. Goku would still spare his life, because he knows that if Piccolo dies, Kami would die, which would destroy the Dragon Balls. Piccolo would still swear revenge, and now it's a rival. As Piccolo would then fly off, Goku was not as gravely wounded as he was in the original, so this version of Goku would have still met up with Chi-Chi, and I do feel like they probably would have still gotten together. They would have still had Gohan, and 5 years would pass. Goku would still continue to train, but as we know, he has kind of slacked off a little bit, as he even stated. Raditz would have still shown up as he knows that there's a Saiyan brother that he has, and he can help, of course, join the team. He would still arrive on Earth, same as before, where the shotgun farmer would then kill him, but that's a different what-if scenario, and the shotgun farmer is too overpowered. Raditz would still find Goku at Master Roshi's house. Now at the Kami house, this is where some changes are going to very quickly occur, as when Raditz tries to attack Goku, Goku here is far too powerful and too fast for Raditz. As it has been 5 years, Goku has still done basic training, so Goku here has a power level of around 4000. He's gotten twice as powerful. He would have easily overpowered Raditz, having no chance against him. Raditz wouldn't even try to take Gohan, as he didn't injure Goku like before and try to ransom him. With Raditz not having much of a chance, Raditz cannot form a fake moon from what we know, so Raditz cannot transform into a Great Ape. So Raditz would have to accept his loss, as there's nothing else that he can do against Goku, and he would beg for his life. Goku would still spare Raditz, and Raditz would then tell him about the other Saiyans that are coming. Now, Vegeta and Nappa, would they be interested? I don't truly think so, as they don't really care for Raditz even if he lost. That's not their problem. But I do feel all the way up until when Raditz tries scanning Goku's power level, it wouldn't show up. But Vegeta and Nappa would probably think, just the scouter is broken because they just fought, that's why. And they would probably forget about it. They are a little bit interested, but they have more missions to do under Frieza's lordship. So for the time being, about a year, they would train normally. As Raditz doesn't know if they're going to be showing up or not, but he still has a scouter, as he would have given it to Bulma, who was able to break it down and learn about the communications between them, and etc, etc. With Goku here, training with it alongside Raditz, Raditz will start to warm up a little bit, and he will start to like Earth and accept it as his new home, as this is something that he can actually enjoy. Goku training with somebody who's actually very powerful has greatly increased his potential even more, making him far more powerful. Alongside with Raditz, who I do believe has good potential as well, if given a chance, with also training alongside a stronger being, he would be able to kind of keep up with Goku a little bit, but Goku would start to easily surpass him because of his god energy. Raditz would find his brother weird, since this version of Goku, they can't stand his power level, but he's so strong. His scouter has to be broken, as there's no way. And even, this version of Goku, even from a younger age, can also fly. As remember, he's given divine energy, and Goku here is actually starting to learn how to use this divine energy even more over time. This version of Goku could potentially start being able to make key weapons of his own down in the future. All of this would change when they were talking alongside with Bulma and the others, and they would bring up the Dragon Balls, how we can grant a wish, as Raditz would ask what that was. Unbeknownst to them, Vegeta and Nappa would be listening to their intercoms, and they would hear about this, and this would spike their interest. They would still fly right towards Earth like the original, but it would pretty much be a year late. Raditz and Bulma would then hear about the Saiyans coming to Earth within a year's time. as Raditz even states that even with their current power, I can compare myself to you, we don't have a chance. Raditz by this point has a power level of around 3,000. Goku here has a power level of around 10,000. So Raditz knows that not even Goku could probably defeat this version of Vegeta and Nappa. Goku wouldn't really know what to do, maybe they can go in that room again, but Kami has been saving something. Kami tells them that there's a legendary teacher in the other world who can help them. Maybe King Yemma might know who it is, so they would go to the other world and meet up with King Yemma, the same as before, and Raditz and Goku would then learn about King Kai, who can train them to make them stronger than ever and to fight back the Saiyans. Goku and Raditz would then take the task, as they would then fly all the way over to King Kai's planet. Now, as we know, Goku struggled to reach King Kai's planet on foot, as he only had about 3 months of training left to train under King Kai. But since they're flying, and they are much more stronger than their original selves, they would be able to reach King Kai much quicker, possibly within a month or two's time. So they would have around 10 months to train. They would arrive, and they would train under King Kai. King Kai was adamant to train Raditz because of Raditz's dark history and his tainted soul, but Son Goku was pure. But King Kai, upon meeting the two Saiyans, would instantly take a liking to Goku, as he can sense that Goku has God energy. It feels very similar to even his, Lord Beerus's, and the others, but he keeps that quiet, as he would train them in his own way, as they're both very different. He would still teach Raditz the Kaioken, but Raditz cannot learn the Spirit Bomb, as Raditz is too impure in King Kai's eyes. Raditz would continue his strength and hard training. King Kai has a different route for Goku. Goku, with his higher potential, was easily able to learn Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb very quickly. And with the use of his divine body, Goku here has God Ki similar to King Kai, so he can actually hold Kaioken a little bit easier than his normal self would. So this version of Goku can stack it up to potentially 4 to 5 times without having to severely damage himself. But King Kai would go a different route with Goku, as he would meditate with him and help him learn his divine energy, as he would explain to Goku what God Ki is compared to normal Ki, and what he has, and what he could potentially be able to do with this power. Goku takes note of it, as they would continue to train, as King Kai notes that his God energy is kept to his potential, and it's very hidden within him. Goku would meditate and train to learn to master his God Ki to King Kai's level. Son Goku here has gotten enormously stronger by the end when the Saiyans would finally arrive. As once when Vegeta and Nappa would arrive, none of the Z Fighters would truly die because they did not send out the Cybermen, and Nappa never had fun time attacking everybody, as Goku and Raditz arrived on time, and both of them were ready to take on the Saiyans. And that is it for this one. If you guys, thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it seemed kind of bland at first because there wasn't much going on, but trust me, in the next few parts you will very quickly see Goku get far more powerful. But anyway, thank y'all for the support. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you all later.